a lot of ways good. Being here in front of you fine people, is my pleasure to be here, believe me. Being viciously attacked is one thing, but being viciously attacked from behind by a person who traveled from another country to do it because he hates the United States, that takes it to a whole nother level. Since this has been in the press, I'm not giving up prosecution secrets, but he told the FBI that his goal that day was to kill me, to take my gun, to use my gun against other law enforcement, and then hopefully to be martyred on Ramadan. And as I've also said, he failed in everything he sought to accomplish, thank God. If I hadn't been walking next to Rich when I was attacked, I probably wouldn't be here to talk to you tonight. The reasons for our success: Rich reacted instantly and without hesitation when confronted with a violent attack and without any regard for his safety. I didn't panic, and I stayed engaged throughout the event. The Chief and Lieutenant Owen responded as quickly as possible and effectively and restrained the individual. Now, during this time, I was carrying an open-topped handcuff case, and I remember I saw this huge knife. Now, I did not realize at this point that I'd been cut. There was blood everywhere. I didn't know it was mine. Okay, seriously. And so I see this knife. Rich is holding the guy kind of in a bear hug on the ground, and I plop down on top. There's this knife. It looks like a Rambo knife, 12 inches long, 8-inch serrated blade. And so I see this knife, and so I jump on his wrist to control the knife. Well, once we got the help, I'm reaching for my cuffs. It's an open top case. It should be easy enough to pull out, but I'm so bloody that my hand keeps slipping off the cuff. And so I decided maybe my motor skills aren't really that great right now. Maybe I'll just go back to holding onto his wrist. So anyway, we responded as a team, individuals pulling together to come out on top. After arriving at Hurley Medical Center in record time, the treatment I received was stellar. And I've said this again, Hurley is top drawer, man. They quickly assessed my injuries and got me to surgery. As soon as possible, they advised my family of my status, and I'm so grateful that the news was good. Hurley is a jewel, truly, in our community, and we are very fortunate to have such a fantastic resource close by. Side note, my son Jacob is now be 21 next month. Well, when he was born, he was 2 months premature, and it was a high-risk pregnancy because my wife developed chickenpox late into the pregnancy. So he was supposed to be delivered at another hospital. That's where her doctor practiced. But we got to the hospital that day, and they couldn't handle it. So they put her in an ambulance and rushed us to Hurley. We made it with 10 minutes before Jake was born. And through the grace of God and the people at Hurley, Jake will turn 21 next month. So. People ask me, are you back at work? No, I am not. Or when are you going back to work? To which my reply is, I don't know, or when the time is right. I can say that getting stabbed is not like you see on TV. Good guy gets stabbed, saved by an amazing medical team, the guy's life goes back to normal. It's not like that. Yes, the Hurley staff is wonderful, and yes, my coworkers and friends are the best. But you just don't bounce back from something like this. Afterwards, I had what I call euphoria, because I was glad to be alive. I've had a lot of time to think and to go over this incident since then. I know that work is work, but life is a lot more than that. Make the most out of every day and appreciate the small things. Family is so important. It's a shame, but it really becomes clear just how important it is when you're standing on the edge of a cliff in a high wind. Try not to be bitter or hate. I've come to the conclusion that hate must be the easiest emotion there is because people default to it very quickly. Don't buy into it. That's the easy way. It's a poison, that will affect you negatively. Keep it out of your system if at all possible. Bad things do happen, but this has shown that there are so many good people, and everywhere, good people here and everywhere, as I've received well wishes and prayers from all corners of this country. The 100 Club is one of the blessings in this community. I remember as a young deputy, we didn't, and this is under the previous sheriff, not Sheriff Piquel, we didn't have ballistic vests, and we didn't have them until the 100 Club came forward to buy the vest for us.
Right.
You do a lot of good work for law enforcement and firefighters, and you do it without fanfare or headlines. I just want you to know that I appreciate it, and I appreciate you all so much. Thank you for asking us to be here tonight.